For today's review, we're going to be looking at another Kitty Hawk kit. This time, one I've been looking forward to getting into is their 1/48 scale F-35A. Now, one of the things I was concerned about with this kit that I'm very happy to say they did not do is just sort of reuse the same molds for some of the fuselage parts and just may add like inserts or anything. But I'm glad to say they did not. Starting here with the lower fuselage half, you can see it's a totally new tooling, as they now have the forward section of the fuselage actually attached, whereas before this part was basically a separate part, and you had this section here open for the lift fan, which is obvious for the B version. But I'm glad they did it this way on the A, as it's more accurate and definitely makes it a lot easier to construct. Same to be said here with the upper fuselage. The most noticeable difference is the lack of the lift fan area, and I'm glad they did this as a totally new tooling and not just as a part you insert the fill section in. So glad they did this. Also, they obviously have the inclusion for the refueling part, and I'm glad they do include the full part so you can display it opened and have the receptacle visible, which is a nice inclusion. Also, you can see here they include the cutout for the gun. And one thing, just a weird idea, if someone wanted to sort of do a what if, they could probably also cut open this area and sort of do it as a twin gun build. But I digress. So moving on, here we have the cockpit tub. This is for the most part the same, though obviously now we have the side stick configuration as is on the A versus the B. Includes two laser guided JDAMs, a couple inlet parts, tubings, and various odds and ends on this sprue, including gear bay doors. Flipping it over, we have two of the weapon bays, the rest of the inlets, and so forth. Obviously, other odds and ends. But yeah, all very cleanly cast and very nicely done. Here we have, now, one odd thing I noticed, just to my eye it seems a little overscale, is the seat. Just to me, it just seems a little big. Granted, I could be wrong, and this is just my eye, but yeah. Also, you do get two sidewinders, and I'm glad they included these, the external pylons, so that you can, obviously gives you the option if you want to display your bird in a low stealth configuration with the external ordnance, which does present some interesting diorama possibilities. Here we have the full engine, obviously not as big as the one on the B version, but still it's most part complete. One complaint I do have is I think I got a bit of a bummer kit, as the pilot figure is a little, there's some major holes where it looks like it didn't completely plastic didn't completely fill into the mold, which is unfortunate. Yeah, other than that, just a couple of odds and end parts on that sprue. Here we have the same sprue from the B for the cockpit dash. Excuse me. The wings assembly is basically the same as on the B version of the kit. Very cleanly done. Nothing really I can say that I probably haven't always said. Obviously, you do get a different landing gear set, and they do seem a little bit on the thick side. Again, could be just my eye. But yes, obviously, major difference between the B and C and the A is that B and C have a two-wheel nose gear, whereas the A has a single. Again, not much else to be said from there. The clear perks are again much the same, very nicely done. So moving on to the instructions, again you get the same sort of setup as you did before with the B version of the kit. Assembly is fairly straightforward. You do get a lot of detail right out of the box. Now, this section here, ignore for now, as I'll get to that in a second. But otherwise than that, assembly is very straightforward, albeit you do have some odds and ends steps depending on exact configuration you're going for. But I do like the fact that they give you a lot of options right out of the box. Again, full color placement guide. Still wish they would do the opposite side as well. But other than that, it's fairly straightforward. Now, one thing to note, however, is they do give you this insert, which shows you how to do the weapon bays. I'm guessing there's some slight differences between the B and the A versions, so why they didn't change it in the instruction sheet proper, they did include this separate handout. Now, this was the one complaint I had with the B release over some of their more recent ones, is the fact that it didn't have photo etch. In this, they do give you a nice spread of photo etch parts to use and a full color assembly guide, which I think really like how they show you where everything goes, how to do it, and all that. Now, one thing to note, however, is with the nozzle assembly, I would definitely use the supplied plastic one as a sort of guide and former, as that to me would definitely make it a lot easier to put these together. But definitely it looks very sharp when completed. Now, as for the kit decals, much the same as you got with the B. All very crisp, clean, have several different option markings, including for an Israeli version. And to my knowledge, I'm not sure if the Israelis have bought any F-35s, but the fact you get the option to do so out of the box is very nice. So overall, I mean, this is a very, very nice kit. Another knock out of the ballpark from Kitty Hawk. I mean, they have just been doing hit after hit. I definitely go out and get this. I was able to get it for about $50 from a local hobby store, which is thus far that one particular one has been giving me the best price on these kits so far, save for a Black Friday sale on the F-94. So that was a look at Kitty Hawk's 1/48 scale F-35A. Definitely a must-buy kit. I cannot award it any more than I have. I mean, it does have a couple of little issues, but definitely, really good kit. I sincerely hope Kitty Hawk keeps putting up this level of quality. I definitely look forward to lauding them some more in future reviews when they put other kits out. So till next time.